Hello, friends, hello, foes, hello, family and fans. We have returned! That's right, it's SEGASonic Radio time. I'm your host, as always, GX, aka Chris, aka The Spin Dash. Whichever one you want to call me. Doesn't matter. And you've tuned in to SEGASonic Radio, the premier radio series brought to you by Sonic Stadium. We've got a great lineup for you, and yeah, it's been a while. Things have happened since last we met on the field of song, and there's a whole multitude of reasons. A lot of personal things happening, a lot of strange events, and just a lot of completely rebuilding of every aspect of the show. Which, that it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, and I am not lying when I say that it has taken actual hundreds of hours to return to this current build of the show. And I think, above all else, let's just get into it. We're going to kick things off with a trio of songs, one of which comes from you, the listeners. Specifically, in this case, Kyle over on Twitter has requested a track. Let's take a listen, and I will see you guys on the other side. Hey, yeah. That was Palm Tree Panic G-Mix from Sonic the Hedgehog CD, followed by Blossom Haze from Sonic Mania, requested by Kyle over on Twitter, and following it up with Bombardment from Skies of Arcadia. And yeah, as people in chat are noticing, I'm bringing a bit of Sega back to SEGASonic Radio. Yeah, this is still primarily a Sonic-focused music show. In fact, I still, for the time being, would prefer all requests to come in just as Sonic music, but I'm shaking it up. I'm bringing in Sega music. I'm bringing in non-Sega Sonic music, in reasonable amounts. We know what the focus of the show is. And, yeah, if you're watching online, you'll notice that we have a big, great, fancy new visualizer system going on, and I hope you enjoy all of it, just as I hope you enjoy the next round of songs. This next set comes with a request from Phelan Hearts, who I will highlight just recently joined the staff over on Sonic Stadium. Our, we'll say, mobile and toy correspondent. So with that, let's head up the next set of tracks, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Die.
Hey, that was A New Day from Sonic Rush, as requested by Fallon Hearts, followed up by Library Act 1 from an interesting little Steam game, fun little platformer called Curse Crackers, For Whom the Bell Toils. It's a neat one. Go check it out. Check out a trailer, see if it's your thing. It's kind of, I guess, retro game styled, we'll say, as a lot of indie platformers tend to be, but it has a solid soundtrack. And wrapping it up with Gadget Ground from Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. And what's that? What's it time for? It's time for the Scrap Brain. Hey, every episode we've got trivia for you in multiple forms, and we want to see if you have got the chops to answer some questions. If you don't want to participate, don't have to. If you want to shout out the answer in chat, you're welcome. If you want to wait till the end, just minimize your chat window or minimize the entire window. And let's go ahead and do some trivia. In Scrap Brain for today, we've got a little quiz question for you. In Tails' Adventure, which item makes enemies more likely to drop rings? We've got a song for you, and we will have the answer to that on the other side. Tails' Adventure has a number of items throughout the games, various bombs, various defensive and offensive and exploration-driven items, but there are 3 items based on characters throughout the series, especially ones that are on or akin to, we'll say, Sonic Triple Trouble and the Game Gear itself. Which is why an item that you can collect is Fang. Just by having his item on your person, he makes you drop more rings and thus, can maintain your health a little bit better. It's kind of ironic. He is a good luck charm in the game despite him being, an antagonist. That was our Scrap Brain. You can expect more Scrap Brain and quiz moments coming up later in the show. Aside from that, we've got another trio of songs, and I kind of decided for the theme this week to just kind of pitch it as fresh starts, and it's always interesting to see how people like to interpret that. Sometimes it's, hey, is this music fresh? And that was Starlight Zone from the original Sonic the Hedgehog Knight's Journey of Dreams Growing Winds, requested by Knuckles87, and Soliana Fortress Forest from Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. It's about here at the halfway point of the show that we usually take a look at the news of the week, and if you're looking for some great Sonic news, we've got some very interesting stuff going on. Not a lot of official announcements, but a lot of leaks. We're expecting quite a few mobile games this year, quite honestly. The only one that we know for, as an official announcement is there's an upcoming Puyo Puyo game coming to Apple Arcade. It looks very similar to most other recent Puyo games, so you should probably know what to expect. It looks like it's going to be level-based in the vein of, let's say, a Puyo Puyo Tetris, where you progress by, just completing certain matches and continuing on and unlocking characters and such. However, we've also gotten a first look, not legitimately, but as a leak, a first look at the previously rumored Sonic Toys Party. Definitely compared to Fall Guys, that effectively, hey, you play these little chibi Sonic characters, whether they're supposed to be toys or not, and go through set obstacle courses. It looks like it has the potential to be fun. It also looks like it has the potential to be very heavily monetized, so something to be wary of, but that's kind of the territory you work with in modern free-to-play. Unfortunately, free-to-play games don't pay for themselves. They have to get paid. Much in the same way that controversy has enwrapped the recent Dragon's Dogma release. If you're looking to get some Sonic-themed food, apparently in yet another leak, we can expect Sonic-themed menu items coming to IHOP for a limited time. Again, nothing officially announced, but hey, do you want some blueberry pancakes? You can have Sonic-related blueberry pancakes. You could have Shadows, like very, very, very chocolate stuff. You could have Tails with a meal that has 2 times 2 times 2 and comes with 6 items. Because apparently IHOP cannot do math. Sure. Over on the site, we also have some looks at recent very cool mods. Over in the Sonic Frontiers front. Hey, it's got a Desert Bus mod. If you ever wanted to play Penn and Teller's Desert Bus, but as Sonic, it's now a thing you can do. You could just run across the road. It's a straight road. It goes on for 8 hours. It's great. But on things that are, actually a bit more playable, ever since custom levels could be injected into Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, looks like the community's gone nuts adding crazy adapted Sonic levels that just flow throughout that game. It looks very cool. It's worth checking out. Again, hey, you could catch this and all news over at sonicstadium.org. And that takes us over to our next request for the evening. Our next request comes to us from, I'm looking it up right now, Ryan, one of our mods over on the site. Let's take a listen.
The skies ahead are vast and clear. I hold my breath, step up a gear, feel the wind.
Hey, that was One Way Dream from Sonic Frontiers, requested by Ryan over on Discord. We've got another game coming up for you, so I hope you are ready for a brand new one. We've got Audio Cue. Yes, in Audio Cue, I'm going to give you a song. I'm not going to tell you what this song is or where it is from. I just expect you, to guess the Sega game. Could be a Sega published game, could be a Sega developed game, could be a game that from a studio that Sega, now currently owns. Or, I will make sure to tell you. Although in this case, hey, this is going to be a pretty straightforward one. This is going to be a game that was both published by Sega and developed by a Sega studio. Guess it if you can. There we go. I'm at least unmuted. Hey, nobody was able to get it this time. I was surprised. I thought this one would be a probably one of the easier options. Obviously, hey, everyone's going to know Streets of Rage 2 music whenever that pops up. A lot of people are going to be able to recognize Knights. I am trying to see if our good friend Solution here can help us. But apparently, see if we can get it to pop up correctly. But apparently the file does not want to play now. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Do we got it? Do we got it? We don't got it.
Test 1, 2. Sega.
That's right, it's Comic Zone. Despite my troubles in bringing up the video content, yeah, it's the classic Comic Zone. Released reasonably early within the Genesis's lifespan. Released in, I am looking up the year right now, which should be in my metadata. Oh well. You're just gonna have to... Yeah. Can't hear me over the music. Good. Perfect. That's fine. We still got bugs to work out of this. It's still in early days, so I'll make some reasonable tweaks and see what we can do about that. We'll go ahead and put that away. Yeah, 94 and 95. So yeah, actually probably closer to the end. It's certainly one of the we'll say prevalent games across various Sega re-releases. Like, it's never going to get the M2 treatment, but whenever Sega is releasing a bigger collection, it's almost always present on it. It's kind of a neat game. I wouldn't say it's like capital G good, but I think the way I would best describe it is it's sort of almost... It's almost like an adventure game through the language of a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Where, yeah, you can sort of solve things with your fist, but it's going to work away at your health, and you would be better off just learning what kinds of items will deal with what kinds of situations, and try to prepare. Like, obviously, hey, bit of guides help, bit of memorization helps, but that was also at least partially the ethos of the time. We got another request coming up. This one is coming from David over on Twitter in another block of 3 songs. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you on the other side. Hey, that was, I believe, our last request of the evening, Windy Hill Zone, requested by David over on Twitter, followed up with Luminous Forest from Sonic Forces, and closing up this section with Toy World and Monster World from the Master System version of Alex Kidd The Lost Stars. Alex Kidd The Lost Stars, kind of a weird game. I haven't played the Master System version, but the arcade version is on the mini arcade that Sega released fairly recently. The I can't even remember the name of that. Someone in chat will know. I don't know why I remember, because I was very enthusiastic of Astro City. It's the Astro City Mini. I love my Astro City Mini. I love it so much that I forgot its name. It's a neat little cabinet. It's very cute. It's the fact that it's that as cute. I mean, I have a fascination with the Astro City cabinets, sort of, to begin with, just because they're so far removed from the traditional cabinet that was more popular, in the U.S. The sort of what would you call it? It'd be an MDF based cabinet. Just cut a bunch of pieces of wood, disassemble them, paint them with a coating, put a piece of truly crazy art on them. I don't get me wrong, I love those cabinets, but there's something weird and sleek about the Japanese, like, I guess you would call it like a repurposable cabinet, that, like the Astro City, or the ones that I think SNK would release based on their tech. It's just something neat about them. Including, like, I think the Astro City did get at least one release of SEGASonic the Hedgehog with the trackball controls. So, an interesting modification of the controls, although you can also bet there were plenty of Mahjong control games as well. We've got probably our last big music section of the evening. I've got another trio of songs for you, so let's take a listen. I'll catch you on the other side. Hey, that was Egg Albatross from Sonic Heroes, followed by Dream Factory Act 2 from Sonic Dream Team, a brand new addition to our soundtrack collection, and Music Plant Act 1 from Sonic Advance 2. Yeah, we've greatly expanded our music library, as was discussed in chat a bit. That way back, whenever I was, just trying to get through and do some slight updates to SEGASonic Radio, the biggest issue I was facing was just keeping up with, new releases of music. And one of the things I've expanded on is just the music that I have access to and what I can do. So even things that are fairly recent, Sonic Dream Team, Sonic Superstars, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, those are things that I've been able to have available to me now. Certain remixes that I wouldn't have before, and even some odds and ends that were originally part of this week's show that I eventually had to remove for the sake of time. Just some unusual stuff. In fact, based on our current pacing, I might actually put some more in while, on the fly. It's okay to do things on the fly sometimes. We'll push things out just a little bit. But the one thing we're going to push out right now is another Scrap Brain. Hey, I got another quiz question for you to test your Sonic knowledge. Let's see how well you know your Sonic trivia. In this latter half Scrap Brain, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which playable character vocally does not like Sonic? Specified vocally, which Smash Bros. Brawl playable character vocally does not like Sonic? If you want to guess in chat, you are more than welcome to. If you want to hide chat and keep it secret till the end and guess in your head, that's perfectly fine as well. And if you're watching on YouTube and you just want to guess in your head, hey, you know what? Go for it. I can't stop you. I'm not your dad. Let's take a listen to our next track. Afterwards, we've got the answer for you. Hey, so our quiz question before is, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, what playable character does not like Sonic? It's kind of a tough question because you don't normally think of a lot of the Smash Brothers characters as having particularly vocal roles. A lot of them don't, but you know, at least in Brawl specifically, one had a significantly vocal set of Easter eggs. Let's take a listen.
Snake, what is it?
Something about that hedgehog rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, you mean Sonic the Hedgehog? But everyone loves Sonic. He's a big star. Do you have any idea how excited people are that he's here in Brawl?
Yeah, I know. But there's something about him I just don't like.
But why? You must have some kind of reason.
Nope. Just don't like him.
Oh, Brawl was full of a bunch of weird Easter eggs like that. Fun times. We've got another trio of music for you. I didn't think we would need one, but we're only at less than the established amount of time. I'm going to have to reassess exactly how I'm calculating this out and what I'm putting in between, but, you know, still early goings. We gotta get our sea legs back, so enjoy this little eclectic trio that I put together, and I will see you guys on the other side.
What is free love? What is free for? is too tame for him, tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him. Free love is too tame for him, tame for him.
Understand the thing, understand the concept, the 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 understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Love.
Free love is too tame for him. Tame for him, tame for him. Free love is too tame for him.
What is love? What is free love? Love is free. Love is free. Free.
That was I guess you could just call it the game music. That was the game music from Sonic Dash 2, Sonic Boom. I think it actually has pretty solid music. Like, just the backing track for that. Like I kind of have to compare that one to the music of the original Sonic Dash, which Sonic Dash, it has a little bit of original stuff, but by and large, it just borrows from a bunch of other Sonic games. I think it has like one original track, and even then, when I say original track, I mostly mean remix of an older game. I actually am not going to tell you that older game because it's going to be a quiz question at some point. Followed up with The Concept of Love from Jet Set Radio Future, banging song, and Lost Palace from Team Sonic Racing. I had that one in my head for a little bit this week. It came up on my random shuffle, and it was like, man, this is really good. Like, this is probably one of the best Seaside Hill tracks that they've had. Quite possibly. It at least beats the original. And I'm not one to complain about the Sonic Heroes soundtrack. I think it's a pretty solid soundtrack, save for the vocal themes. But with that, we are approaching the end of the evening. And with that, that means we are approaching our final song of the night. However, hey, if you're watching live on Twitch, you can stick around a little bit after. We're going to have the SEGASonic Radio after party. If you're on YouTube, hey, thanks for listening. We will catch you next week after this, final song. As always, everything we do is part of sonicstadium.org. Just head over to sonicstadium.org and check out Sonic News, Sonic Opinions, lots of great merch coverage, lots of great leak coverage, and of course, one of the oldest Sonic fan communities on the internet. We got message board. We are still built off of message boards. They're big, fancy message boards, bigger than a lot of the older message board systems that are out there. But message boards, nonetheless, we're kind of, there's value to that. For everyone who complains about Twitter, guess what? This is more of a closed platform with a lot of moderation to make sure that, we maintain a good, healthy community. And of course, you can catch us every week, every Friday night, over here on Twitch, or if you want to, also on YouTube coming up soon. We have a brand new YouTube channel that we are building out. That will be the new home for SEGASonic Radio content. You can just go to, like right now, you can go to YouTube and just search SEGASonic Radio if you want to, subscribe a little bit early, and I wouldn't complain if you did. It's kind of a default thing right now because I've spent all of my time getting the show together and very little time being able to get the things surrounding the show together. But hey, if you want up-to-date SEGASonic Radio episodes, if you don't think you're going to follow on Twitch or whatever you're going to do, give us a follow on whatever platform that you enjoy most, or quite honestly, hey, just, tell a friend that you like the show and you recommend it. That's always cool too. With that, I think we're going to close up, and as always, SEGASonic Radio usually ends with something big and bombastic, and if our theme is fresh, I don't think there is anything fresher than this. Peace out, y'all. I shall catch you next week. Hey, all, thank you, and good night! Okay, hi. We're not actually gone yet. We're not actually gone. That's just going to be my cutoff spot for the YouTube. Hey, and welcome to the after party tonight. And after party in SEGASonic Radio is just, we go a little bit longer because, I usually overplan for what I want to do for the main thing. And we listen to some of the songs that I kind of picked as backup. I usually... To give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain here, let me actually get into... Let's see, I'm going to actually hide some of this data. Hey, Reef. Hey, Knuckles. Hi, everyone in chat. Actually, let's go ahead and I'm going to create a image capture screen. Display capture. Which display capture do we capture? Sure, we'll call it that, and we will capture this one, I think? Yeah, let's capture this one and kind of go over, like, what's actually going on behind the scenes here. Hey, Redu, we are kind of just ending, but this is the after party. This is just a little bit of the extra, it's like the bonus content for the Twitch users. We do about 90 minutes of regular show, and then if I have some extra music, I go into overtime and, just listen to some extra stuff. So why don't I put on a little bit of Green Grove while we go. So, a lot of time was spent into building out the new structure here. I figured I might as well show it off because it's kind of interesting. First and foremost, I spent a lot of time going through and making sure that I have soundtracks. A lot of these are... Some of them are like higher quality rips than I previously used for the show, but also I just have significantly more than I once did. A lot of very unusual tracks, odds and ends, and even then, like, I still have some stuff on the docket that I haven't quite been able to get properly tagged, because whenever you tag, like thoroughly tag based on show liner notes, it is a very involved process. Like, let me bring up the now playing here. Obviously, something like Green Grove Act 1 from 3D Blast Saturn, composer Richard Jakes. That's the easy stuff. That's the basic stuff. But whenever we start getting into, like, hey, what about the Crush 40 remix of Sonic Boom here? There's a lot more thorough documentation that needs to be part of that. And again, like, a lot of it's just like, a lot of it's going through, like, okay, what original album was it on? Who all is involved in the liner notes? Put more information rather than less. And I think that my favorite, though, is anytime I just had to do a retro one. The retro ones were easy, partially because it was usually handled by a single person, and partially because, unfortunately, one of the struggles of classic video game sort of crediting is that classic video games were bad at crediting, especially in the early Genesis era. Credits just were not given to the people. Any credits that you see usually come with a bunch of pseudonyms, because a lot of publishers were worried about, especially Japanese publishers at the time, were very worried about other companies sniping their employees to work for them. And like the consequence of that is that a lot of people at the time did not get credit for work they did throughout the years. Just very, very prolific composers who we can only sort of guess who did what. Anything that involves the Sonic 3 soundtrack, Sega just credits as Sega Sound Team, and as such, we don't really have a good sense of, you know, who did what specifically, so I tended to err on the side of caution and list as many reasonable composer possibilities as possible. So if you see something like, I mean, even today, not all music crediting is great. They don't tend to, you can tend to get artist breakdown if a soundtrack gets an official release. But if we jump into something like the Mario and Sonic series, most of that did not have a breakdown of who did what tracks. It just sort of had a broader sound team possibility. So whenever we're listening to Alpine Skiing Downhill, we don't really have a good idea of who specifically composed this one, or at least my research that I've done wasn't able to produce something that was particularly specific. So just erring on the side of caution for these. Some of the other stuff I was planning on going through this show, but did not get a chance to, was Chant This Charm, which is very fresh, we'll say. We have some new software on the backbone of this thing. It's called Magic, and it's specifically a DJ software, like DJ visualization. So I'm still going through it, and as you can see, there are a lot of things going on in here that I've had to set up. A lot of connections and folders and playlists. This is just my baseline playlist thing, where every thematic set of levels are represented in this massive array of inputs, and I need to learn the tech a little bit better, because I know I can set this up so that I can just publish things from my Stream Deck. I had it right the first time. So what I'm actually doing here is I'm never gonna do this. My Stream Deck has a bunch of buttons here, a bunch of folders for each possible thing that I could go through. And let's say I just wanted, just for like rough organization purposes, I wanted to make like nice fancy icons, but you know, time was of the essence here. So let's say I knew I wanted to do like Green Hill Zone type stuff. I have created massive folders of just massive clip, like dozens and dozens and dozens of clips of many different Sonic games, and every one of them are ones that I have played and recorded myself. Some of them I borrowed mods online to get through. Some of them I produced the mods myself, just to kind of clean up the footage. But effectively, all of these buttons really are is, rather than automatically running it through Magic and changing the theme, I have to go in and click on the global variable here and press the Tropical Island button, and it will know that Tropical Island theme is set to 27, and it knows to open the Tropical Island playlist and then pipe that through. And every one of the visualizers here, there's some amount of automation that's going on here, but these are things that I actually had to build myself. So a good example here would be, what's a good one? Let's go with the Hue bar shift, because I was a big fan of that one. It's not moving much because the volume isn't very high, but if I turn it up, you'll be able to see like what it's supposed to look like. And it's cool. It's like a node-based program where you kind of have to pass nodes into other nodes, and each of those does different video processing here. So all I've done here is I've taken my video playlist that I feed into it, and I pump it through different like shapes that it gets run through, like different shape masks. Like right here, I'm just creating a square, and the only thing that the square is doing is it's tracking the what sounds are going through this range, and like and basically automatically adjusting how tall this square ought to be. Then I move it off to the side, I use it as a mask for the video, and then I change the color of it, and then feed it into the output here. And some of them are very, very simple. I think quad mirror is great. I just only shove it through one tile here, and it gives me a great effect. But some of them are a little bit more complex. Whenever I was first experimenting, this was one of the interesting ones that I came up with, the Miles Electric design. Went through a couple iterations here, and it's effectively, all it's really doing is, this is just a flat image of the Miles Electric. I believe it's the rip from Sonic Unleashed. And I am turning the gameplay footage into monochrome and, like, dithering it to give it sort of an LED type look. And I think it looks cool. And then, up on the top here, I replaced I think it was just like a wire coil, and I changed it to a waveform design that continuously cycles through color hues. So yeah, multiply all that by all of the videos that I recorded, all of the different types of this one's probably one of my favorite. It's so simple and silly, but I love the effect of it, of just the moving caterpillars. But yeah, like all of this, between that and the amount of additional music that I had to put together, and just the folders upon folders upon folders of video clips, like I can realistically show you at least part of this, but let me see. Properties. Is there anything of security concern that might hurt? Okay. Nope, I won't hurt myself if I show this one. Right now, my video clip folder is 177 gigs full, and I've got, 400 clips shy of a total of 10,000. And this is all just full gameplay, well, maybe not entirely full, but pretty large gameplay recordings that I have broken into, I would say, like between 15 and 25 seconds. So that's effectively what it's doing, is like it's going into each of those folders and picking something random according to the theme that I have selected, and just kind of creating this automatic playlist. So some automation, but that automation takes a lot of effort to get going. If anybody has any specific questions on it, I am more than happy to help. Otherwise, we are approaching 9 o'clock, and that means we are at our after party, starting to wrap up here. I have further plans going forward. Just a couple more just ways to spruce up the overall presentation of this audio and visual. I could tell you, I can and have spent hours just designing visualizer after visualizer after visualizer. And I'm looking forward to just continuing to mess around with that and seeing what interesting effects I can produce out of it. People do some really crazy stuff with this software. It's a really cool thing. So yeah, I think with that we're about ready to wrap up. Let's close off with one more song. I'm trying to think of what's a good ending song for us tonight. What could we end with? We're just gonna stick with this visualization because I'm having fun with it. We're gonna close off. Let's do one more song. I think we're gonna end with this one. It's a cool one. It's one that I definitely wanted to have in the library here. So this will be the end. We already played One Way Dream. We played that earlier in the show. You'll have to go back to the VOD or the YouTube VOD of it. So with that, let's take a listen to this, and hey, I will catch you guys next week. I hope you had a fun time, and again, next week at 7. Same time, same place. And yeah, go check out our YouTube, sometime over Easter weekend. Right now, it looks profoundly empty because we just created it with no graphics, but it'll start filling up real quick. So hey, peace out everyone. Enjoy this final song.